I have just finished reading the book. Hello, this is lesson 3 on the present perfect tense for pre-intermediate students. You remember from the previous lessons that we use the present perfect tense when we talk about an action which happened in the past and has a result in the present. We also use the present perfect tense when we talk about an unfinished period of time. So, when we talk about today, this week, or this year. When we say lately, or in the last 2 years, we also mean an unfinished period of time. That's why we use the present perfect tense here. We can say, for example, I have seen 2 good films lately. Of course, again, we don't know when exactly I saw the first film and when exactly I saw the second film. When we say lately, we're talking about a time which started some time ago and continues into the present. And when we say the prices of oil have increased in the last 2 years, we are talking about a period of time which started about 2 years ago and continues into the present until now. When I say yesterday, last week, last month, I talk about a concrete finished time. When I say today, this week, this month, I talk about an unfinished period of time, which of course is connected with the present. And so, when I say I read an interesting article yesterday, I mention a concrete time in the past, yesterday. Yesterday is finished, and that's why I must use the past tense here. I have read an article today. Well, today is not finished. I visited Paris twice last year. Here, we don't know exactly when I was in Paris for the first time and when I was in Paris for the second time, last year. But we know it was last year, and last year is finished, and it's a concrete time in the past. I have visited Paris twice this year. Of course, we don't know when exactly I was there for the first time and when I was there for the second time. And additionally, we mention this year, which is an unfinished period of time.
How many jobs have you had since leaving university?
Oh, I have had a number of jobs. Of course, teaching is the most important one. But for example, 10 years ago, I worked for the government for a while. But after a year, I decided to quit and go back to teaching.
In what ways has your job changed in the past 10 years?
Well, the job itself hasn't changed much. But I would say the teaching materials, the quality of the materials has changed in the past 10 years. I think 10, 15 years ago, we didn't have so many good teaching materials on the market.
Have you ever worked with a difficult person?
Maybe a few times, but I am lucky to work with nice and friendly people most of the time. So probably the last time I worked with a difficult person was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. What have you learned from your job?
Oh, I have learned so much. I have taught many people who represent so many different professions, and that's why I have learned so much from them. So that's why I really like the job so much.
What have you read recently?
I have read a few articles and books recently.
Mm-hmm.
For example, yesterday I read an article about the presidential elections in the United States.
Mm-hmm. How many courses have you had?
Oh, I have done some courses, but lately, frankly speaking, I haven't done many training courses. 5-10 years ago I did more courses.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write to us. I also encourage you to take a look at lessons 1 and 2 on the present perfect. Very soon there will be another lesson on the present perfect tense and of course other things like phrasal verbs, idioms, and many others. See you next time.